Warning, this video is for comedy purposes only, and as such, should not be taken too seriously.
Akabane Karma 一見のらりくらりとしているが、その目には強いいたずら心が宿っている。
Also known as murderous intent, because, you know, he's literally said that himself. But yeah, let's go ahead and call it great eagerness for mischief, to put it as nice as humanly f***ing possible. Knocking the living shit out of your student. Still though, even though it's a sin, this guy is still clearly really awesome.
気のせいか。今感じた得体の知れない気配は。
Yes, he wasn't really a snake coming up behind you, dude. This tap closest to us saw another tap on the opposite side and got really excited.
いいんですか？こんな高そうなの。おう、
食え食え。俺の財布を食うつもりで遠慮なくな。
Kids should really be wary of a dude who brings a ton of sweets to them and acts really nice. But I'm sure on this occasion it's alright.
あんたはいいのこれで。なんかわざとらしいのよ、あの男。
If her outfits continue to be cut lower and lower each consecutive episode, then by episode 22, we're all in for a wonderful, wonderful treat. But this is a PG-13 anime, so I guess it's a sin.
見事に生徒の心を掴んでいる。あれなら訓練もはかどるだろう。
Okay, so I originally made the joke about him and the students being young and some cake and sweets being involved with his arrival, but now I'm seeing this picture and, well, you know, the guys are all topless and it's getting weird. Let's just watch this space together, guys, and whilst you're at it, be sure to follow me at The Honest Gamer on Twitter. I'll go ahead and give myself a sin for self-promotion. Ding. Yep, this just got really fucking weird and I'm so glad I made the joke and then called it myself. Wow, this shit got dark really quick. It's even genuinely shocked and surprised me, so I won't sin this here, as up until now it's been a pretty light anime, so I like it when things suddenly turn around and flip. So here I'll remove an easy sin.
僕はこの人の目が好きだ。こんなにまっすぐ目を見て話してくれる人は家族にもいない。
Then you've got a pretty crappy family, because that's quite a normal thing to be doing.
無理だよ。プロ相手に本物のナイフなんて。
I know animators spend a lot of time on girls' and women's eyes in anime, as I read an article on that recently, but when I look into this girl's eyes and I see those two white dots at the bottom right, I can't help but notice that that's not what an eye looks like. It'd look way more realistic in this instance if those weren't there, and now I've noticed it, I can't stop looking at it.
本物のナイフなんて。
渚。
Well, that's a new one. Thinking someone's name instead of thinking normally?
暗殺の才能。これは咲かせてもいい才能なのか。
Yes, because he can then save the world, you dope. But seriously, that action sequence was kind of awesome at how he took him down, and I honestly didn't know which way it was going to go there for a while. So I'll do my second ever neutral sin here.
なんで叩くの？
ああ、悪い。ちょっと信じられなくて。
Smacking a fellow student and then giving a really shitty, not to mention confusing reason as to why you did it.
今まで通り、俺が教官を務められるよう上と交渉する。
烏丸先生。
Everyone says his name at the exact same time.
暴力でしか恐怖を与えることができないなら、その教師は三流以下だ。
Weird fantasy imagining rape?
解雇通知です。ここの教師の任命権はあなた方防衛省にはない。
If they have no right to hire there, then why even bother giving him a notice of dismissal, since they apparently hired him to work there in the first place?
渚。あんた男なのね。今さら？まあ仕方ない。
No. No, you can't blame them, because that's exactly what I thought during the first quarter episode of this series.
寺坂君やんちゃするにも限度ってものが
触んじゃねえよモンスター気持ち悪いんだよ
I think if they wanted this sudden attitude change to fly, then they really should have made it come earlier on in the series, maybe between episodes 2 to 6 or something like that, because right now it just comes off as incredibly random and out of the blue.
お前の目にはビジョンがない勝利への意志も手段も情熱もない
Letting this little freak come that close to your eyeball and not pulling away. Freaks me out just looking at it.
何よ、さっきから意味もなく涙流して。
Crying tears of cheese.
なめやがって恋人だ
That moment when you're so angry you literally lose the front of your eyeballs. This is why they say blinded by hatred. I have to say that these last 2 episodes have been getting way more enjoyable for me on a personal level to watch. The storylines have been getting better and I find myself really liking some of the students now. This episode so far was my favourite of the lot, and I thought it was great that the students actually jumped in, literally to save Koro-sensei at the end. For all of this, I'll remove 3 sins.
成績を決めるのは学校ではなくあくまで生徒たち私は何もしません
ま、今回は成績が直に暗殺と関係あるみたいだし。
During this scene, he very much looks like he's looking directly down her very open top. How awfully daring of you, good sir.
赤羽への雪辱に燃える暗鬼の鬼生物部部長
Also a future rapist or paedophile.
浅野くん、この土井さんなんだけど。
ああ、それ難しいよね。
Thank you, anime, for the setup. Now allow me to take over. That's what she said.
見ててくれ頑張るから
勝手にしろ E 組の頑張りなんて知ったことか
Hence why you clearly went out of your way to call and not only warn them, but then give them exact details as to the A-class's tactics. Okay. Kicking a football so hard that it smokes upon arriving in his hand. Does that mean he kicked it so hard it almost caught fire during its flight in the air? Who's going to pay for that? Really? Once again guys, I just want to say that episode 15 was yet another genuinely enjoyable episode that seems to be taking twists and turns that I cannot yet predict, which is really kind of awesome. I like to point these things out sometimes so that everyone knows that these videos often like to touch on and point out the most enjoyable moments of anime, and that it's not all just lightly poking fun all the time. So for this episode, I'll remove a sin.
さすが名門校いい問題を作りますね問題文が名作から引用されている
Yep, it seems I was correct when I said every episode her top is slightly more open than the previous episode. At this rate, it's definitely going to be hentai season around episode 22. Well, that just got really fucking weird, didn't it?
さてしかし1教科トップを取ったところで潰せる触手は1本
Did he make those tiny little flags in advance?
よく言えたものだね同い年との賭けにも勝てない未熟者
The principal turns into the crooked man here in such a way that it would definitely hurt his neck.
あの悪ガキどもに。
彼らの主張は詭弁すれすれです
I would. And then probably, yeah.
手を打とう夏休みの間に
Fist clenching sound effects helps us the viewer know that fists are clenching.
これは先生からあなたたちへの通知表です1学期で培った基礎を十分に活かし
Wait, did he throw those up in the air and they all landed perfectly on everyone's desks, or did they end up on the floor and everyone had to get up, get one and sit back down? Because that's kind of a dick move if so.
やるぜエロ本の下に対先生団をつなぎ合わせたネットを仕込んだ
They should already know that this plan wouldn't work, and I don't really understand why they bothered to do something like this, when they already have the option of shooting off 7 of his limbs, making him 70% slower, and then do the assassination attempt.
どんなものでも研ぎ澄ませば刃になる。
Okay then, challenge accepted. A car. Point made.
死神と神出鬼没、冷酷無比、おびただしい数の屍を積み上げ、死そのものと呼ばれるに至った男。
And why the hell isn't he the one at the school trying to kill Kora-sensei? I guess because it'd make for an interesting episode later on or during the next season.
Reach the wizard.